Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. I hope you're all doing well, and in this video we are going to be discussing the big what if for The Bad Batch Season 3, its third and final season, for what we have to see with the potential finale of the overall show. Well, of course, is something I think that we all have our own ideas of by which I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking in the comments down below. But Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 3 may need to follow the tragic ending of another Star Wars story, Star Wars Rogue One. First entering Star Wars canon in 2021, the animated The Bad Batch series quickly became popular, focusing on Clone Force 99 during the early days of the Empire, and it is quite refreshing of a break from the Star Wars' usual focus on the Jedi. The Bad Batch Season 3 will be the show's final season as well, as I had mentioned, and after the dramatic ending of The Bad Batch Season 2, leaving us on a bit of a cliffhanger, Season 3 has a lot of questions to answer. The end of The Bad Batch Season 2 was fraught with tragedy, from Tech sacrificing his life to save his squad to Omega's capture by the Empire, by which we also all have our own thoughts and opinions and theories. I would love to hear what you guys think about it in the comments down below. There's a handful of the Star Wars community that does still think that Tech is out there and alive, but that's another discussion for another video. The Bad Batch Season 2 finale proved that the animated series will not shy away from exposing its heroes to those devastating circumstances, and even endings. And now that Omega and Crosshair are being detained in the same place with the Empire, it's a big possibility that they can free themselves together, or at least be saved by their squad mates. But Season 3 will still have one important reality to address moving forward with the overall show. And the fact is that Clone Force 99 isn't around during the rest of the Galactic Civil War, during the events of the original trilogy. One worrying detail even at that is that Clone Force 99 has yet to be shown during the events of Galactic Civil War, or the events of the Empire versus the Rebellion, or just really the overall events of the original trilogy, as I had mentioned. But however, there are ways around that, and there is still more story to be told, so that is a big potential that they may have that opportunity to give us. It's quite odd, given the fact that they have had multiple run-ins with the Empire at this point. Not only that, but one of their members, Echo, has already seemingly left to join Captain Rex in the earliest rebel efforts in Season 2 of the animated show. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about that. It seems to reason, though, then that this early rebel cell would reach out to the Bad Batch at some point, and would want to team up with them. Given their unique abilities and defection from the Empire, they seem to be a bit of outcasts at the time. They're not really working for anyone at this moment. Yet Clone Force 99 hasn't been shown in canon once outside of Star Wars The Clone Wars or The Bad Batch. But I do think that that's all the more reason to give them more story to exactly explain of what they might have been doing during the Galactic Civil War. Maybe they were around. The Bad Batch Season 3 will have to explain their absence, though, from a majority of those movies and other pieces of Star Wars content. Because Season 3 will be the show's finale, and they'll be done with the overall show, it must explain why Clone Force 99 wasn't shown in the Galactic Civil War. It's unlikely that Clone Force 99 simply stopped fighting and went off to go retire, maybe go live on a nice, I don't know, planet or something like that. It is a total possibility, though, however, at the same time. While it's true that they have Omega to think about, she has proven herself capable, and she's unwilling to live a quiet life. When Hunter tries to leave her with the defected clone, Cut LaQuinn and his wife on their little farm, and their Sue, their little girl, so that she can kind of live a normal life, she refuses to stay. I think that it's an inconsistency maybe within a bit of the overall storytelling, but I think that that's something to discuss a little bit later on. She really is quite insistent on staying with Clone Force 99, even though it is more dangerous. And the fact that Clone Force 99, well, the rest of the Bad Batch allows that, is even more baffling. A bit of a plot hole, but anyway. Further, while Season 1 mainly focused on them taking on those jobs simply as bounty missions to earn credits, Season 2 has pitted them directly against the Empire. More directly, with Omega being kidnapped and Crosshair becoming angry with the Empire and getting away from it, it's unlikely that the remaining members of Clone Force 99 will continue to avoid joining the rebels. The Empire has made this too personal, and has proven that they aren't going to just let them go. This sets up the clones taking a stand in the fight against the Empire. Seeing as this this is a setup for Season 3, the finale will have to explain why they haven't been shown in other Star Wars media, other Star Wars shows, movies, books, novels, or anything in between, set during that time frame. And so, this is why many believe is that the Bad Batch may have to share the same fate that Rogue One had, where they will all meet their demise within the Season 3 finale. And since that they're not shown anywhere during the Galactic Civil War, the Bad Batch may need to echo Rogue One, a Star Wars story's tragic ending, and simply kill off all of the main characters. Given the large stake that the Bad Batch has in fighting against the Empire, there would be no easy reason for them to avoid the rebellion effort aside from death itself. Further, the precedent for killing off the show's main characters was already set when the show had killed off Tech at the end of Season 2, allegedly, seemingly. However, since Star Wars tends to jump around in the timeline, there is still that possibility, that glimmer of hope as I had mentioned, that the Bad Batch will show up in another piece of Star Wars media set during the time of the Galactic Civil War, or even after those events. I think a very prominent area that the rest of the Clone Force 99 or the Bad Batch can make a cameo in, or, see that they did survive the events of the Galactic Civil War, would have to be somewhere in the Book of Boba Fett, with a potential Season 2, or maybe just the rest of the Mandoverse. Like they eventually come around and team up with Mando and the rest of those heroes that we see during the era of the post-Return of the Jedi, or the Mandoverse, essentially. Maybe it kind of goes on to explain that they did go into hiding, essentially, or that kind of retirement, and kind of lay low during those events. Just as the Ghost Ship seemingly appeared in the background of Rogue One, other canon movies and TV shows could feature Clone Force 99 in some type of cameo or reference, seeing that they would still be alive, thus making their survival and their role in the Galactic Civil War more canon. Until that happens though, however, the Bad Batch Season 3 will either have to feature their deaths or come up with some other way to explain as to why they aren't fighting for the Rebel Alliance, because there doesn't seem to be a lot of reason for them not to want to fight with the Rebels and against the Empire. But as I had also mentioned, there's the idea of them kind of going off and living a quiet life, settling down with Omega and tapping out of the fight. Only time will tell, and we'll have to simply wait and see with what the Bad Batch Season 3's third and final season has to offer in its storytelling aspects there especially. There's a lot going on within a galaxy far, far away. That's why I'm here, to keep you guys updated with everything that we're hearing. And what I'm hearing is that the Bad Batch Season 3 is ramping up its marketing and its promoting, as the Season 3 trailer does look to release very, very soon. I'll keep you guys updated with that, so it's all the more reason to grab that subscribe button, as we're covering and discussing all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here in the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions and theories in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been an official Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.